And now, someone you may have seen on the subway, or even engaged in a very brief conversation.
Might be in this room tonight.
Please welcome Rufus.
Woo!
Hello, my name is Rufus. I'm not really a performer. But I wanted to take this opportunity to come and talk with you all. Actually, originally there was supposed to be some sort of a plate spinner here or something. I ran into him on the subway, and he said he had chicken feet, or whatever the expression is, and didn't want to perform tonight. So I volunteered to come and fill his spot, so there wouldn't be just dead time here. So here I am. Like I said, I'm not a performer. I'm more of an amateur social observationist. Exactly what it sounds like. I stare at people basically and look at situations as they happen. It's really fascinating work, and it's not that I don't get involved. Okay, that's a common misconception. You can observe, anthropologists like to observe, but they don't get involved. But I on occasion do get involved if it seems like someone might need some assistance. Does anyone here need any assistance? Maybe I should start that way. It doesn't look like it. Okay. Anyway, I'm really thrilled to be here. I don't really get a chance to be with such a very large group. Very often. So it's a big thrill for me, really, to be here, and hopefully for you as well. There's some wonderful performers coming up, and so I'll be brief, very brief. I did actually I want to ask. One of the things that I'm interested in is observing social situations, and I did want to ask: did anyone come by themselves tonight? Raise your hand.
I came all by myself tonight.
You did?
All by myself.
That's very, very wonderful. And you didn't come with anybody else?
No, it was
Not accompanied by anybody else?
No, it was not accompanied.
Not accompanied by, that's very interesting. I always go out by myself, believe it or not. So, I don't meet that many people. And if I did, chances are that they wouldn't go out by themselves very often, because people just don't seem to. I see a lot of people with each other, or they're sitting around in a Starbucks or something, and they're waiting for somebody. Or they're on their device or something like that. Hey, I have friends. The interesting thing is that it bothers a lot of people, I think, to be by themselves or to be perceived as being by themselves. So, if you are one of those people, I found out an extremely interesting fact just recently. Did you know that we have millions of little organisms in our stomachs that help us digest our food? They're living there, and they help us digest our food. Now, isn't that comforting? I mean, you can be the loneliest person in the world, but you will never dine alone. That's really, so, speaking of dining alone, I was on the subway the other day, and I was riding the subway, and I was sitting on the subway, and sitting next to me was a half-eaten hot dog. And, someone had abandoned this half-eaten hot dog. I felt very sorry for it, so I put it in my pocket, and I took it with me. And as I was leaving the subway, I noticed a small animal on the subway. It seemed to be very, very hungry, okay? And I figured out why later on. I'll get to that in a second. But it seemed to be very, very hungry, so I said to it, "Would you like half a sausage?"
Oh.
And it didn't say anything, but I gave it the sausage anyway, because I knew it couldn't speak English. And it ate the sausage. Well, I thought, well, that little fellow certainly was hungry, and it scurried away, and everything was fine. And it was a great interaction. It was a nice interaction. It was one of the nicest interactions I've had in a long time. And then I saw this sign. I saw this sign right after that, and it said, "Warning, we're poisoning the rats," or something like that. We're putting poison around so the rats will eat it. And I said, no wonder that little critter was so hungry. All he gets to eat is poison. Now, I think that is really despicable, because the city of New York is always after us to recycle this, recycle that, recycle everything, right? And what species is the best at recycling in New York, huh? Which do you think the best species is? Well, it's not the human beings. Not the human beings. R-A-T-S, rats. That's who recycles the best.
And cockroaches.
Well, cockroaches too, but the rats, I don't know if you've ever spent time in a rat's nest. They use everything that we do. And they use it for everything, okay? Don't get me started about the newspapers. Oh, too late. They sleep on them, they defecate on them, they do everything to the newspapers, except read them. It's really hard to blame them for that. Anyway, I don't mean to sound off, but I think something should be really done about it. I'd like to see a press conference where the mayor holds up a rat and says, "This is what you guys should be like." But you know, politicians are never going to do that. But I don't mean to abuse you about it, because I know that it's not anyone here that's putting the poison out. Well, actually, I don't know that. Do I?
No.
Is it you? Is it you? Well, someone's got to be doing it. I'm sorry, I don't mean to get emotional. It's something that's been bothering me for a long time, and when I knew that I was coming here, I said, well, now's my chance. Now's my chance to do something about it. So I did, a couple days ago, I happened to be looking through someone else's trash, because I recycle. And I saw that they were throwing away these unused stickers, so I said, well, look, I'm going to be addressing an indeterminate number of people, and I will see whether I can actually do a little, start a campaign, get a little momentum going. So I have these stickers in case anybody wants them. They say, "Hug a rat." I think that we should, it's just like I love New York. We can all start wearing "Hug a rat." Now that's tiny, dangerous fun. Then I got a little bit concerned, because I thought maybe you'd be wearing "Hug a rat," and someone else in the subway might be having a bad day or something, and they might say, "Who says? Who says hug a rat? Who says? Who says? Can you move your bag, please?" People get on the subway. So I got another pen with the same color ink, and then I wrote Rufus says. well, yeah, well, you can take more than one if you have more than one outfit. Okay, over there. Okay. Oh, you did too? Okay. Well, I won't. Yeah, just wear them with tribes. And I'm sorry if I've given you too many or not enough. That just worked it out for other stuff. Thank you very much. Thank you. Okay. Well, I'm probably taking longer than I thought it would actually. Okay. Well, anybody else? I'm sorry. Is anybody else? Anybody? No?
Over here.
Oh, okay. Sure. Okay. Well, thank you. Well, I'm sorry if I sounded off on you too much, but I do appreciate being here, and I did really mean that there's a really great act coming up right now. So thank you very much. This is a real excitement for me to be here talking with you all, and have a nice life.